Okay, so we're gonna go into a few psalms about um about HaMashayach. So verse Psalm chapter 2. A lot of these psalms about Yahweh, every book he fulfilled were prophesied in the scriptures. Okay? So let's go to Psalm chapter 2 and let's start with verse 1.
Psalm chapter 2, verse 1. Why do the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing?
What's the vain thing they imagine? That they can set Yahawashi and Yahweh down and that they're going to be exalted over the Most High. Go ahead.
The kings of the earth set themselves, and the rulers take counsel together against Yahweh and against his anointed, saying.
So this is mainly going into his anointed of Israel, his anointed of the 12 tribes, but also going into Yahawashi, because Herod came against Yahawashi too. Go ahead.
Let us break their bands asunder and cast away their cords from us.
So let us take away the power of rulership of the children of Yasha'Allah. All right? And let us take away, what is our power? Yahweh and repentance. So they try to take that away from us, the power to repent, the power to walk uprightly, the power to obey Yahweh. They try to take that away from us. And they also try to come against Yahweh. Go ahead.
He that sitteth in the heavens shall laugh.
So Yahweh is laughing at them, the nations and the Gentiles, when they try to come against the children of Israel. Go ahead.
Yahweh shall have them in derision.
Go ahead.
Then shall he speak unto them in his wrath, and vex them in his displeasures.
Go ahead. His sword displeasures. Go ahead.
Yet have I set my king upon my holy hill of Zion.
So the king that's going to be set on Zion is ultimately going to be Yahawashi. Go ahead.
I will declare the decree Yahweh hath said unto me, Thou art my son, this day have I begotten thee.
So when he said, Thou art my son, I have begotten thee, that's going into 2 Samuel. What was that? Chapter 7, right? Talking about Yahawashi. It's not talking about David, because the Most High in 2 Samuel chapter 7, he told David that he was going to set up David's son over everything. And that David's son was going to be the son of the Most High. That David's son was going to be the son of Yahweh. So it's not talking about King David. It's talking about the son of David, which is Yahawashi. So you coming in new to this. But the Hebrew writings from centuries before Yahawashi and even after Yahawashi, they were expecting the son of David. Because the prophecy talked about David's son doing all of these things. And everybody knew it was David's son. So when Yahawashi came, oh no, it's not talking about him. Go ahead.
Ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thine inheritance.
So the heathen are going to be given to Yahawashi for an inheritance. He's going to inherit all nations. He's going to inherit all nations. Go ahead.
And the uttermost parts of the earth for thy possession.
Where's that written at? Psalms chapter 72. Go ahead.
Thou shalt break them with a rod of iron.
The rod of iron he's going to break them with is talking about us. In Jeremiah chapter 51, verse 19 and 20, it talks about that. That we're going to bring all the nations into pieces. Jeremiah 51, verse 19 and 20. Go ahead.
Thou shalt dash them to pieces like a potter's vessel.
Go ahead.
Be wise now, therefore, O ye kings.
Go ahead.
Be instructed, ye judges of the earth. Serve Yahweh with fear and rejoice with trembling.
So understand what he's talking about, the son of Yahweh. Go ahead.
Kiss the Son, lest he be angry.
Kiss the son of Yahweh and the son of David, or he'll be angry. Because the Most High said that I have begotten you this day. So it's the son of Yahweh. And it's the son of David. So he's telling the son of David that's going to be kissed. The son of Yahweh is going to be kissed, meaning high level of submission, respect, honor. I put my lips to your skin to show that I love you. I'm committed to you. Go ahead.
And ye perish from the way when his wrath is kindled but a little.
So you're going to perish from off the way if you don't follow behind Yahawashi HaMashayach, because he is the way. Go ahead.
Blessed are all they that put their trust in him.
So when we put our trust in him, we're going to be blessed. We're going to be pleased. We're going to be ashar if we follow after Yahawashi, HaMashayach. So this is one of the Psalms that goes into Yahawashi, HaMashayach. Let's read Psalms chapter 8, verse 4 and 5. Go ahead.
Psalm chapter 8, verse 4 and 5. What is man that thou art mindful of him?
So what is man? Who is man that you even pay attention to him? Go ahead.
And the Son of Man that thou visitest him?
Now the Son of Man that Yahweh visited twice is Yahawashi HaMashayach. When he's getting baptized, he said, "This is my son, in whom I am well pleased." And then when the transfiguration happened, when Elijah and Moses were appeared with Yahawashi, Yahweh came in a cloud again over them. Right? Go ahead.
For thou hast made him a little lower than the angels.
So Yahawashi was taken from his place in the heaven and put a little lower than the angels. Go ahead.
And hast crowned him with glory and honor.
But now he rose back up to the level. And he has been crowned with glory and honor. Not King David, not us. Okay, go ahead.
Verse 6. Thou madest him to have dominion over the works of thy hands.
Thus made him have dominion over everything. Well, again, this is going into Psalms chapter 72. So these aren't isolated descriptions. These are all throughout the Torah. These are all throughout the Bible. All throughout the Psalms. Okay? It says that he's going to have dominion over all of the works of Yahweh's hands. So go into Psalm 72 and you'll see what it's talking about. So people were studying and looking at the scriptures intently, right, to see exactly what it's talking about. Mina J, Shabbat Shalom, going deep into the Psalms, deep into the scriptures to see what and who it was talking about. So now we know in retrospect it's talking about Yahawashi HaMashayach, not talking about Yahweh and not talking about David. Go ahead.
Thou hast put all things under his feet.
Once again, Psalms chapter 110. Sit thou at my right hand until I have made thy enemies what? Thy footstool. And he's put all things under the feet of Yahawashi HaMashayach. So all these are talking about the same person. When you look at all of the Psalms, you see the big picture. Okay? All right, so that's that on that one. We're not going to go into a whole bunch of Psalms. Just a few to show you that Yahawashi is in the Psalms. All right, Psalms chapter 72, go ahead. 22, go ahead.
Psalm chapter 22.
Read it as it's written.
My God, why hast thou forsaken me?
When you go into Matthew chapter 26, chapter 27, verse 46, Yahawashi said this same thing. My God, why have you forsaken me? Eli, Eli, lama sabachthani. Why did he say that? Because he felt distressed. He felt bad. But then when he said it, what happened? He kept going. And the psalm became more of a psalm of hope. Right now it sounds real sad. Why you forsaking me? But when he keeps talking, the hope comes out. Read.
Why art thou so far from helping me, and from the words of my roaring?
Go ahead.
O my God, I cry in the daytime, but thou hearest not, and in the night season, and am not silent, but thou art...
So didn't Yahweh pray to Yahweh? And he didn't answer him. He said, if it's possible for this cup to pass from me, let it pass. And he said, no. He didn't tell him it's going to pass. Go ahead.
But thou art holy, O thou that inhabitest the praises of Israel.
Okay. Let's go into verse 6. Go ahead.
But I am a worm and no man.
He says he's a man. He's a worm and he feels like less than a man. They took his clothes off of him. Feels like a little bug crawling around in the dirt. Go ahead.
a reproach of men, and despised of the people.
Go ahead.
All they that see me laugh me to scorn.
Everyone that saw him on that cross is mocking him, disrespecting him, right? Saying mean things toward him when he was on the cross getting crucified. La'ah, la'ah. Go ahead.
They shoot out the lip, and they shake the head, saying, he trusted on Yahweh, on the Lord, that he would deliver him. Let him deliver him, seeing he delighted in him.
Isn't that what they said in Matthew 27 and 43? Let Yahweh deliver him. He trusted in Yahweh. He trusted in Yahweh. Let them deliver him. Let Yahweh deliver him. But it wasn't meant for him to be delivered. It was meant for him to be killed and crucified for our sins. All right, go ahead.
But thou art he that took me out of the womb. Thou didst make me hope when I was upon my mother's breast. I was cast upon thee from the womb. Thou art my Elohim, thou art my God.
What you thinking, man?
From my mother's belly.
So they say he was chosen and set up from his mother's womb to do this work. Because didn't the angel, Mala'at, come to them and tell them what was going to happen? The same way they did with John, right? The same way they did with who else we read about? Same way they do with Samson. That didn't happen with David. The same thing happened with who? Kind of with Samuel, right? Did the angel come and talk to her? All right, go ahead.
Be not far from me, for trouble is near, for there is none to help. Many bulls have compassed me. Strong bulls of Bashan have beset me round. They gaped upon me with their mouths, as ravening and roaring.
So saying evil, mean, disrespectful thing, pushing at him, prodding him, poked him. Remember they was hitting and punching in Yahawashi when he got crucified. People were hitting him and punching him and just being disrespectful toward him. Just being disrespectful toward him. Go ahead.
I am poured out like water, and all my bones are out of joint.
What does it mean? It means he felt the weakness of his body when he was hanging there. He felt his strength gone. Because you had to hold yourself up, so you could breathe better. Because he was getting crucified. Read about what they do in crucifixion. Go ahead.
My heart is like wax. It is melted in the midst of my bowels.
That means like no strength. Go ahead.
My strength is dried up like a potsherd.
Go ahead.
And my tongue cleaveth to my jaws.
Mm-hmm.
And thou hast brought me into the dust of death.
Go ahead.
For dogs have compassed me.
The dogs talking about what? The Roman soldiers were surrounding him. Go ahead.
The assembly of the wicked have enclosed me. They pierced my hands.
My what?
My hands.
My hands.
And my feet.
And my feet. See? They pierced his hands and his feet. So this never happened to David. David's hands and feet never got pierced. So Yahawashi's hands got pierced. His feet got pierced. Right? So this is about him. David is writing about his descendant, about the Messiah, his son. Go ahead.
I may tell all my bones. They look and stare upon me.
That means he's just looking down. He's just, his bones. All he could just, looking at his body, just go through all that pain and agony. I could tell all my bones because he felt the pain. Can you feel all your bones right now? No. But anybody ever had a part when one of your joints hurt, like your ankle or your wrist or your finger, you feel your bone then, right? So that's showing you how the pain was in his whole body, which goes into Isaiah chapter 53. Which we're not going to get into that because that's not in the Psalms, but Isaiah 53 explains the pain was over his whole body. Go ahead.
They part my garments among them.
So when the guards came to Yahawashi, his garment was so nice that they were gambling to see who was going to get his clothes. Because he had his Passover garment. It was for Passover. So they were gambling to get his clothes. All right, go ahead.
And cast lots upon my vesture.
They were casting lots upon his vesture, meaning they were gambling. to try to see who's going to get his covering that he had. Huh? That's the garment that you wear on the outside. Like almost like a cloak, or it could be a wide one that's not as long, that you just kind of put over your body. Go ahead.
But be not thou from me, O from the sword, my darling from the power of the dog.
Meaning, bring me up from the dead. Don't let me sit there and die in death, in the grave. Resurrect me. Go ahead.
Save me from the lion's mouth, for thou hast heard me from the horns of the unicorns. I will declare thy name unto my brethren. In the midst of the congregation will I praise thee.
Go ahead.
Ye that fear the Lord, praise him. All ye the seed of Jacob, glorify him. And fear him, all the seed of Israel. For he hath not despised, nor abhorred the affliction of the afflicted.
Let's go on to verse 30.
Neither a seed shall serve him.
That goes into, again, Isaiah chapter 53. Go ahead.
It shall be accounted to the Lord for a generation.
So that seed is going to serve Yahawashi and serve Yahweh. And Yahweh is going to say, okay, the soul of Yahawashi is going to deliver them. Okay? And that's going to be accounted for the whole generation. Go ahead. What you want? What you want? Hated. Okay. So that's Psalm chapter 22. Let's back up to 16. And let's go into let's start with verse 9.
Psalm chapter 16, verse 9. Therefore my heart is glad, and my glory rejoiceth. My flesh also shall rest in hope. For thou wilt not leave my soul in hell.
Thou wilt not leave my soul in death, in hell. Thou wilt not leave my soul in destruction. Meaning this person's gonna die, but Yahweh's not gonna let their soul stay in the grave. So you won't leave me in death. You won't leave me in hell. You won't leave my soul in hell. You'll let my soul die. You'll let me get buried, but you won't leave me into hell. Meaning he's going to bring me out of hell. So Yahawashi was going to die. But this is showing that he's also going to be resurrected. So people knew that when the Messiah came, he was going to be resurrected from the dead. All right, go ahead.
Neither wilt thou suffer thine Holy One to see corruption.
He's not going to allow his body to just decompose in the earth. Go ahead.
Thou wilt show me the path of life.
Yahweh showed him the way to walk in wisdom. Yahweh showed him the path that he had to choose to walk on to avoid staying in the grave. Go ahead.
In thy presence is fullness of joy. At thy right hand there are pleasures forevermore.
Hallelujah. Okay. Like I said, we're not going to go into a whole bunch of Psalms. Just a few to wake up some of our people. Let's go into do you want to go into 35? Let's see, there was another one I wanted to maybe try to go into. Let's go into Psalms 41. Let's go to verse Verse 9. Read that.
Psalm chapter 41, verse 9. Yea, mine own familiar friend, in whom I trusted, which did eat of my bread.
So didn't Yahawashi and Judas want to eat that bread together? And Yahawashi said, he that dips his bread with me is the one that's going to betray me. Right? So my friend dipped his bread, eating his bread with me. Go ahead.
Hath lifted up his heel against me.
Lifted up his heel against me, meaning that he exalted himself above Yahawashi to try to hurt Yahawashi. When he called Yahawashi's enemies that wanted to kill him, and he had to get delivered up to fulfill the prophecy, to fulfill this prophecy. So once he delivered him, they got Yahawashi and put Yahawashi to death. But it was his friend that did it, Judas. It's like Yahawashi's head was supposed to bruise the heel. Yahawashi's heel was supposed to bruise Satan. So Judas's heel tried to bruise Yahawashi. Okay? Go ahead.
But thou, O Yahweh, be merciful unto me, and raise me up, that I may requite them.
So raise them up, raise me up, meaning bring me back from the dead. Bring me back from the dead. Okay. Like you said, we're not going to go into a lot. Go into a lot. We'll look it up later. Go ahead to verse 9. Psalm 69 and 9. Psalm 69 and 7. Go ahead.
Psalm 69, verse 7. Because for thy sake I have borne reproach.
For Yahweh's sake, meaning what? For Yahweh's plan to get fulfilled to bring salvation, Yahweh had to carry reproach. He had to carry that embarrassment. He had to carry that wrongdoing. Go ahead.
Shame have covered my face.
Shame covered his face. The shame of the sin that he was getting punished for. Go ahead.
I am become a stranger unto my brethren.
Didn't Peter deny him 3 times? He's a stranger to his brother. I don't know him, but it's my brother. It's my brother. No, I don't know him. So Yahawashi was dying for Peter. Meanwhile, Peter is saying, I don't know him. That's why I say, my brother is like a stranger to me. Go ahead.
And an alien unto my mother's children.
Go ahead.
For the zeal of thine house hath eaten me up.
The zeal of thine house have eaten me up. That's talking about the zeal of your house has eaten me up. And when something's eating, you feel mad, angry, you hurt. That's why he went in with that whip and turned over those tables at the temple when the people were selling stuff and changing money and cheating the people and using the temple as a place of business, as a place that had cheating people, as a place just to come and make money, as a place where people were stealing stuff, robbing the people, and trying to make money off of the people. Go ahead.
And the reproaches of them that reproach thee are fallen upon me.
Okay. Now you read this whole psalm, and a lot of it's going into Yahawashi HaMashayach. Let's go to verse 20. Go ahead.
Verse 20. Reproach hath broken my heart, and I am full of heaviness. And I looked for some to take pity, but there was none.
So he have looked for pity, something to take pity from him, to somebody to cry with him, but there was none. Go ahead.
And for comforters, but I found none.
Who could comfort him when he was on that cross? Nobody. Make him feel better. Yeah, you're gonna feel better when you die and you feel everybody's paying for their sins. So he went through a pain greater than what anybody has ever experienced or felt. That's in Isaiah chapter 53 also. Go ahead.
They gave me also gall for my meat, and in my thirst they gave me vinegar to drink, that their table become a snare.
In Matthew chapter 27, didn't they talk about giving them vinegar? You see, so all this is talking about Yahawashi. Showing that Yahawashi is the one that these prophecies are talking about, these descriptions. Okay? Now, let's go on to Psalm chapter 72. Now, we're not going to go too deep into this. We can go to Proverbs 30 and 4. We can go to 1 Ezra 5 and 5. We can go to 2 Ezra 7:28. We can go to Zechariah 3 and 1 or Zechariah 6:11. We can go to Psalm chapter 2, verse 7 and 12. But we're not going to come through and bring all them verses together. But let's start from the top. Go ahead.
Psalm chapter 72, verse 1. Give the king thy judgments, O Elohim, and thy righteousness unto the king's son.
So David is talking about the king's son now, which is his son, which goes into the Messiah is the son of David. Go ahead.
He shall judge thy people with righteousness, and thy poor with judgment. The mountains shall bring peace to the people, and the little hills by righteousness. He shall judge.
So the other nations never brought fully peace, righteousness, harmony, obedience, respect, love to the children of Israel. But this is saying that's what they're going to bring, and that's what they're going to do. The Most High is going to make sure that happens. Now go ahead.
He shall judge the poor of the people. He shall save the children of the needy, and shall break in pieces the oppressor.
So all oppressors are going to be broken into pieces. Okay. David and Solomon, they didn't do this perpetually. Permanently is talking about. Go ahead.
They shall fear thee as long as the sun and moon endure, throughout all generations. He shall come down like rain upon the mown grass.
He's going to bring refreshing. He's going to bring relief to the people. Go ahead.
As showers.
And what happens? Bring growth and sustainability to the world. Go ahead.
And showers that water the earth. In his day shall the righteous flourish, and abundance of peace so long as the moon endures.
As long as the moon is up there, peace is going to be on the whole earth. So it's talking about Yahawashi, not David, not Solomon. It's talking about Yahawashi. Go ahead.
He shall have dominion also from sea to sea.
Same thing we read, all right, earlier. He's going to have dominion from one part of the water all the way to the other part of the waters. Go ahead.
And from the river unto the ends of the earth. They that dwell in the wilderness shall bow before him, and the enemies shall lick the dust. The kings of Tarshish and the isles, and of the isles shall bring presents. The kings of Sheba and Seba shall offer gifts.
So from the Middle East all the way over to the Atlantic is what it's talking about. So those local people over there are going to bring gifts and rewards, right? That's what it's talking about. Go ahead.
Yea, all kings shall fall down before him.
All kings. So he's going to be the what?
The King of Kings.
King of Kings. Because all kings are going to bow to him. See, David is not the King of Kings. David is the King of Israel. Okay, go ahead.
All nations shall serve him.
All nations are going to be under his control and rulership. All nations, man. This is a divinely appointed prophecy that shall come to pass. That Yahawashi is going to rule over all nations. And all the nations are going to serve him. Go ahead.
For he shall deliver the needy when he crieth, the poor also, and him that hath no helper.
Whenever somebody cries with no helper, that's needy, that's poor, Yahawashi is going to deliver them. Meaning what? He's going to provide the needs for everybody. Go ahead.
He shall spare the poor and needy, and shall save the souls of the needy.
He shall what?
He shall spare the poor and needy, and shall save the souls of the needy.
He shall save the souls of the needy. That's when Psalms chapter 68, verse 18 says, draw nigh unto my soul and redeem it. Deliver me because of mine enemies. So this is saying, deliver me, deliver my soul. Now, in Psalm chapter 72, it says that this son of David is going to what? Is going to redeem people's souls. Psalm chapter 69, verse 18, David is asking, please redeem my soul. And we have the fulfillment of that coming from David's son. Redeem my soul. Okay? He shall redeem their soul from deceit and what?
And violence.
From deceit and violence. Go ahead.
And precious.
Wait. Psalm 77:15. Thou hast with thine arm redeemed thy people. Showing us how the son of David is the redeemer. That the arm of Yahweh that we read about in the book of Isaiah chapter 52, the last parts of the chapter. Help her right here, she needs. Wipe her off right there. Okay? That he's the one that's going to be redeeming the people. Nobody else is going to be redeemed. So Yahweh is going to help with his arm to redeem the people. Who is his arm that's going to redeem the people? It's the son of David. So when we read about the arm of Yahweh, a lot of times it's talking about the people, the Messiah, Yahawashi. And that's why this is in the context of salvation for the people. So when you see the arm of Yahweh and the people being redeemed and saved by Yahweh's power, it's Yahawashi is being talked about redeeming the people, because the arm is doing the same thing that the son of David is doing in Psalm 72. When you look in Psalms chapter 77, verse 15, thou hast redeemed thy people with thine arm. Show you that Yahawashi was that death angel also that went throughout Egypt. All right, back to Psalm chapter 72, verse 14.
He shall redeem their soul from deceit and violence, and precious shall their blood be in his sight.
All right, Leviticus 25 and 25, Leviticus 35, all right? Shows you about being able to redeem somebody that was sold into bondage. Redeeming them from having to serve, redeemed us from having to serve sin and being bound for death. He redeemed us by giving his life in exchange for ours. Go ahead.
And he shall live, and to him shall be given of the gold of Sheba. Prayer.
So to him, all of the precious gold is going to be given. Go ahead.
Prayer also shall be made for him continually.
So we're going to be praying for this man, this Messiah, Yahawashi, continually. People always going to be offering up prayers for him. Go ahead.
And daily shall he be praised.
We're going to be praising the son of Yahweh, the son of David, the son of the king, the Messiah. We're going to praise him daily, daily, daily. Go ahead.
There shall be an handful of corn in the earth upon the top of the mountains. The fruit thereof shall shake like Lebanon, and they of the city shall flourish like grass of the earth. His name shall endure forever. His name shall be continued as long as the sun.
So his name is going to just continue and continue. Go ahead.
And men shall be blessed in him. All nations shall call him blessed.
So all nations, everybody's going to bow their knees and confess that Yahawashi is Adanya, is Lord. Everybody's going to confess and make that true statement that Yahawashi is Lord, that Yahawashi is the anointed Messiah. Go ahead.
Blessed be Yahweh Elohim, the Elohim of Yasha'Allah, who only doeth wondrous things.
So these things are not wonderful if Yahweh is doing them for himself. These things are wonderful. Things that you may wonder at, that you may not be sure about, because Yahweh is doing them for the son of David, for the son of Mary and Joseph, for the son of David that was born into this world. and walk the earth. Okay? That walk the earth. So it says what? It said Yahweh does wondrous things, which means that Yahweh is the one that's going to make sure all of this happens. Go ahead.
And blessed be his glorious name forever, and let the whole earth be filled with his glory. Amen and amen. The prayers of David, the son of Jesse, are ended.
Okay. Hallelujah. Like I said, we're not going to go into too many songs. Let's go to Psalms 110. Go ahead.
Yahweh said unto my Lord, sit thou on my right hand until I make thine enemies thy footstool.
So David is saying that he has a Lord, somebody who's over him. And David saw into the future and saw his son was going to be the Messiah. He saw a vision of the Messiah sitting at the hand of Yahweh. And he heard and saw Yahweh say to him, sit at my right hand till I make your enemies your footstool. So David saw this happening. All right? David saw this happening. Sit at my right hand until I make your enemies your footstool. David saw this. So David is calling this man Lord, that's sitting beside Yahweh's right hand. But this man is also a son of David, as we see in Psalm chapter 72. So that's how David was able to call him Lord, who's supposed to be the son of David, because he filled both roles. Just like if you become the king, I'm your father, but you become my Lord. You become my ruler, right? Same thing. Was not David Jesse's king? I mean, wasn't David the king over Jesse, his father? Right. You see? But that was his father, but he was still the king over him. So he fulfilled both roles. He was the son of Jesse, but he was also Jesse's what? Jesse's Lord, Jesse's king. Same thing with Yahawashi. That's how, and that's why the people didn't want to answer Yahawashi when he was talking to him about that. Okay? So he said, look, I saw the Lord Yahweh saying to a man that is my Lord. So when David says, my Lord, who's sitting next to Yahweh, he's talking about the Messiah. He's talking about the Savior. Okay, go ahead.
Yahweh shall send the rod of thy strength out of Zion. Ride thou in the midst of thine enemies.
Rule thou.
Rule thou in the midst of thine enemies. Thy people shall be willing in the day of thy power.
So when your house gets set up, everybody's gonna be willing. Nobody's gonna be complaining. Go ahead.
In the beauties of holiness from the womb of the morning.
That's beautiful right there. Need to say that in the daily psalm. In the beauty of holiness, right? In the womb of the morning. A praise to HaMashayach. Go ahead.
Thou hast the dew of thy youth.
Go ahead.
Yahweh hath sworn and will not repent. Thou art a priest forever after the order of Melchizedek.
So you are a priest forever. So Yahawashi is a priest of Melchizedek. Yahawashi is the priest of Melchizedek. Is David a priest of Melchizedek? No. Thou art a priest forever. David set up the order of the priest. Never included himself in the process. Never took no priestly roles. David set up the sacrifices and the songs in the order of who's supposed to be doing what the courses, and Yahweh showed him how to do it, right? Okay?
Yahweh at thy right hand shall strike through kings in the day of his wrath.
So Yahweh's going to use Yahawashi to destroy the kings of the earth. Go ahead.
He shall judge among the heathen and shall fill the places with the dead bodies.
So the son of David, all right, the Lord of David, is going to just destroy all of the heathen. Go ahead.
He shall wound the heads over many countries.
Go ahead.
He shall drink of the brook in the way. Therefore shall he lift up the head.
So what's that showing you? That he's going to control all of the resources on the earth. He shall drink of the brook in the way. Therefore shall he lift up the head. That's what's a powerful situation that we're going to be going into. And also, you got to go back and look at that song with Gideon when they were drinking water. All right? Remember, it was the men that got on their knees and lapped the water up like a dog, right? Then there's the ones that brought the water up to them, right?
So take the ones that lap.
Okay. So now, as one of the bonuses, I know we said the psalm, it say, everyone that lappeth of the water with his tongue as a dog lappeth, him shalt thou set by himself. Likewise, everyone that boweth down upon his knees to drink. And the number of them that lapped, putting their hand to their mouth, were 300 men. But all the rest of the people bowed down upon the knees to drink water. And Yahweh said unto Gideon, by the 300 that lapped will I save you. Okay? So the ones that the scripture says that the ones that the number of them that lapped their hand to their mouth. Okay? So when they got the water, brought it to their mouth. How a dog does that, I don't know. I guess taking your time, you know, because man could go down to the water and suck it up, but a dog got to stick his tongue out and drink a little bit at a time. So the ones that will drink a little bit at a time. But once you go down, you can't see nothing, right? That's showing you what? That's showing you that he's going to be able to deal prudently and be dealing with a strong military mind, a strong military commander, right? So that's Psalms 110. And the bonus psalm, well, we didn't go to Psalm 30, did we? We read about that earlier with Yahawashi in Acts chapter 2. Psalms 30 and 30 and 3. I'll pull that back some. Go ahead. Psalms 30 and 3, read that.
Psalm chapter 30, verse 3. Yahweh, thou hast brought up my soul from the grave. Thou hast kept me alive, that I should not go down to the pit.
You see that? So Yahweh kept the soul of this man alive. And what do you say?
Thou hast brought up my soul from the grave.
Brought up my soul from the grave, meaning I went down to the grave, I died, but I came back up. Now who's David writing about? He's writing about himself? He's writing about Yahawashi, HaMashayach. That's the computer you on? I think that's the computer?
No.
That's the computer?
Yeah.
Yahawashi, HaMashayach. That's who he's writing about. And Yahawashi HaMashayach came into him and told him, this is what you write, man. So these are different psalms that are written about HaMashayach Yahawashi. All right? Psalms chapter 72 deserves its own video. So let me show you. Psalm 72 has so many notes that go along with it to show. You can write them down if you want to. Proverbs 30 and 4, 1 Ezra 5 and 5, 2 Ezra 7:28, Zechariah 3 and 1, Zechariah 6:11, Psalms 2, verse 7 and verse 12. Psalms 2, verse 7 and 8. Genesis 48:16. Psalm 69:18. Psalm 77:15. Psalm 60:16. Isaiah 43:11. Isaiah 49:26. Leviticus 25, verses 25, 33, and verse 25 again. All right, so these are some of the other psalms that go along with Psalm 72. That's a very potent psalm, so you really need to try to take time out and look up all those scriptures that I just said and review them. Okay? Review them like detailed. For the 60. Let me see. So when you look at Isaiah 60 and 16, not Psalm 60 and 16, it says that Yahweh is our Redeemer. Thy Redeemer. Isaiah 60 and 16. Right? That's what it says. We see that Yahweh is our Redeemer. But when you go in Psalms chapter 72, verse 14, it says that the Son of David. Now, come on, man. You got all these already. I don't know, something about your phone and taking notes, but if you didn't have your phone, you wouldn't take no notes on that. Maybe just, Mazalika, come on. Come on, Mazalika. So, that's Psalms chapter 70, that Isaiah 60 and 16 says that Yahweh is the Redeemer. But Psalms chapter 72, verse 14, says that the Son of David is going to be the Redeemer. So which is it? It's both. Yahweh is the Redeemer, but he's going to work through men to bring in the redeeming. Who brought us out of Egypt? Who brought us out of Egypt? Did Moses just say, hey, I'm going to bring y'all out of Egypt? So who brought us out of Egypt? Huh? Did Moses do it by himself? So who brought us out of Egypt? Huh? Yahweh. And who did he use to do it? Moses. He used Moses and Aaron to bring us out of Egypt, right? So the scriptures are clear right here that Yahweh is the Redeemer, but now we see a man in Psalm 72 that's going to redeem the children of Israel, which answers the age-long mystery. Well, how Yahweh is going to redeem us if no man is our Redeemer? Only Yah is our Redeemer. Well, King David already explained it. And people have ears to hear, but they don't want to hear it. So he that has ears to hear, let him hear. It's already been fulfilled in Yahawashi, HaMashayach. It's already been fulfilled in him. He is the one that's going to redeem us. He has provided the way for redemption. Not just to redeem, but to redeem our souls. To redeem our souls. Okay? Remember, we read it in a couple of different places too. Especially in, I think it was chapter 69, verse 18. And then chapter 77, verse 15. That Yahweh with his arm has redeemed his people. But his arm he's talking about, I don't have it in this Bible. When you read Isaiah chapter 52, it goes into it. Isaiah 53 and 1. Who has believed our report, and to whom is the arm of Yahweh revealed? That's what it says. And you read the whole chapter. Again, we're not going to get into that because that's a whole nother lesson in itself, a whole nother discussion in itself. But that's going into Yahawashi also. Yahawashi is who they talking about. Yahawashi is the one that's going to be that did the redeeming that Isaiah prophesied about. You're not talking about the whole nation of Israel. It's talking about Yahawashi. Okay? So, I think that's pretty much the songs that we want to go into right now. There are other psalms, and then maybe we'll go into a little bit of Proverbs, like I said, chapter 30. Verse 4. Proverbs 30 and 4. Who has ascended up into heaven, or descended? Who has gathered the wind in his fist? Who has bound the water in a garment? Who has established all the ends of the earth? What is his name, and what is his son's name? If thou canst tell. You see that? Mm-hmm. So it's like, who's done all these things, and what's his son's name, and what is his name also? Well, his name is Yahweh, and his son's name is Yahawashi HaMashayach. That's his son's name. All right, that's Proverbs chapter 30, verse 4. Talking about Yahawashi HaMashayach. And then, small bonus, and then we'll end on this. We'll give everybody something to think about. Let's go to let's see, this is our second Esdras. This is second Esdras, chapter 40, chapter 2, verse 46. Now you can really start, I start at 43. And in the midst of them, and upon every one of their heads, he set crowns. So he's crowning the people. And was more exalted, which I marveled at greatly. So I asked the angel and said, Sir, what are these? He answered and said unto me, These are they that have put off the mortal clothing and have put on the immortal. So they become immortal now. They become eternal. Not eternal, but immortal, meaning they can't die anymore. And have confessed the name of Yahweh. Now are they crowned and receive palms. And then I said unto the angel, What young person is it that crowns them and gives them palms in their hands? Right? And he answered and said unto me, It is the Son of God, Son of Yahweh. whom they have confessed in the world. Then began I to commend them that stood so stiffly for the name of Yahweh. So he confessed the name of the Son of Yahweh in the world. Every knee shall bow, every tongue shall confess. But we gonna confess his name willingly. Not because we being forced, or not because we see the reality now when a whole kingdom gets destroyed on the earth. Now Yahawashi comes and sweeps everything up, burns down all the kingdoms, burns down all the governments, and then it says, now who's the boss? Oh, Yahawashi, we work, man, you the man, you the man. Nah, he want us to do it now. That's why he say when he get his power, the people gonna be willing. But nobody wanna serve Yahweh now. Nobody want to serve his son Yahawashi now. Because he's doing miracles and he raised the dead. He didn't do no great military exploits. So they don't want to follow him now. Alright? So 2nd Ezra says that this is the son of Yahweh, God Almighty. Okay. Okay, so, and in reading 2nd Ezra, Ezra goes into another place. Okay, apaga la luz, and they have to tell them to quiet down over there. Okay, now we're gonna end with this one, okay? We really gonna end with this one. So let's go into who's that? Shikada? Call him for the So we're going to read in 2nd Ezra the name of the Son of Yahweh. Okay? Everybody ready for that? I'm going to read it. I'm just going right to the verse. And I'm going to read it as it's written. For my son Jesus, talking about Yahawashi, shall be revealed with those that be with him. And they that remain shall rejoice within 400 years. All right. After those years shall my son Christ, HaMashayach, die. And all men shall have life. Okay, everybody got that? So you see Yahawashi and HaMashayach in the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 7, verse 29 and 30. Okay? So that tells you that's the Old Testament giving you the name straight up. And we know that Jesus is talking about Yahawashi. That's how you say it, because it goes into Yahawashi, son of Josedek. When you go into 1st Ezra chapter 5, verse 5. And when you look at that name, they have Jesus in the English Bible. But when you go look in the Hebrew, and you look up in the book of Zechariah, it has Yad Ha'ah Wawa Shayan or Shan and Ayan, like right there. Yad, Ha'a, Wawa, Shan, and Iyan. So it has Yahawashi for Joshua and for Jesus in the Hebrew. Okay? So those are just a few Psalms. I went into Proverbs, and then we did go into Second Ezra also to show you Yahawashi mainly in the Psalms. All right, so that's all. So may the Most High Yahweh be with you. In the name of Yahawashi HaMashayach. All right, Shalom Aleichem.